syllables.
No, it's obvious I got a dope flow. The ways of this game are crashing. When I roll boats, I blow dro. Quit snorting coke, cause my bank account told me shit, I was about to go broke. So I go for gold without my soul. Sold my soul, scold. I scold foes. The chicks is talking shit, then you're a bold hoe. No average Joe can't overflow. Oh, spitting quickies in my dicky, sipping Mickey's 40s, orgies in my nose, bro. You busted rappers, I played out like you're still wearing cornrows. The rap house turned into the crack house, and I came to foreclose. Blows from my elbows, I want temper with my demos. Hell no, will I ever let you step over me? I got you hanging from your ovaries, Geppetto. It's easy to sit and claim you're from the ghetto till you see some real shit. Your pants turn yellow, cutting busters out this game, spitting.
Here we go. Welcome to the Sound Table Podcast, episode 5. I am one of your co-hosts, along with my co-host. I am M Theory, along with my cousin, as always, Oskeeet, 3 E's in the building.
Yes, sir.
What is going on? We are kicking it right now, chilling. Gonna have a nice little podcast here. Yeah, man. We're back. Sorry, it's been a minute. I know you guys have been some people have been waiting for a new one of these, and we thought we'd finally do this. We finally found time. I promise to commit more to this and make sure that we get this going a little bit sooner and more often coming
MacGyver.
up. But we're doing
Sorry.
it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, right? This is how I do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? You know what I mean? Why not be different in life? You know what I'm saying?
Why not be different?
Fucking, what am I gonna use, a lighter?
No.
Yeah. There's fire right in front of me.
There's fucking fire.
There's fire in front of me.
Fire.
Oh, fire. Yeah, cool. Whoa. Whoa. Uh-huh. All right, well, Sound Table Podcast in the
Sound
building.
table like a round table podcast.
Make sure you give a like and a share and
Like
subscribe to
like
the Sound Table Podcast on YouTube. We are in the building, man. It's been a crazy week for me. I'm pretty tired, but we're here. We're representing. We're having a drink. We're having a smoke. We're in the lovely state of California. It's finally cleared up a little bit from the fire. And
that's right. I didn't even fucking notice that.
Yeah, it's been a nice day here.
So
finally
used to it being
in Cali.
horrible outside.
Yeah.
Do I sound good? Am I good?
You sound great, man. This is finally working. I have a song on my new album coming up that I'm putting out called Blood Orange Sunset. That was, it was really weird because it was kind of inspired by like the California fires, but it's like I wrote it before all these fires like started happening. And
That's weird.
Yeah, it was just kind of like I was taking the bus and it was just like super hot outside and stuff. And I just kind of was writing about the heat wave, and I've always liked that the name of that like kind of imagery, that blood orange sunset. Like, I don't know, that always just sounded cool to me, and like I always like would see that when we would have fires here in the state. And so it's kind of like a ode to Cali, and like a little, even though it's not like, me, you know how I write songs, it's kind of abstract, you know what I mean? It's not just straight up like, this state is on fire and it's burning. And
yeah.
shit, literally. But,
Weird times, man.
But it was weird how I wrote it, and then the fires happened, and like I had to look at that blood orange sun every day, every morning, going to work, and every night when it set, it was like crazy. And I was just like, man, I don't know. I feel like synchronicity sometimes. I just like kind of like link up with like the universe sometimes, and like stuff happens like that.
It's like the law of attraction to an extent, I guess.
Exactly.
Say.
Yeah.
Law of attraction,
that's like the easiest way to
law
describe
of attraction
it, yeah.
is so real, dude.
I agree.
You could think. I mean, I don't know. I'm spiritual. I don't like have a god and like a specific god I look up to or whatever. I don't even know I don't know what I really believe in, but I do believe in spiritual. I'm very spiritual. Not that exactly. It matters, but what I'm saying is the law of attraction and shit like that. I think if you think about something, it's like The Power. You know the book The Power?
I've heard of it.
By Rhonda Byrne. It's like basically it all bases around like if you really want something or like you think something's gonna happen, like it's just like you can attract it and like manifest it somehow. I don't know, man. I haven't really read too much of it, but it fucking shit like that makes you like think different in a good way.
It's true though. I mean, I agree. I feel like if you put, I do feel like, the thoughts are energy. And when you put those thoughts out, you're going to put that out, and that's like what you want to attract. I feel like, yeah, that makes total sense. It's just like when you, Even though like I'm not like the biggest fan of like The Secret or whatever, but The Secret kind
That's
of
the same. That's the same.
the same
same
principle.
author.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same author. Okay,
It's
yeah.
like
So
the Secret's the first book. I think The Power is
Right.
the second book.
so I watched The Secret. And I didn't.
Oh, yeah, it's
I
a
didn't
movie
read the
too.
book. I watched the movie. And they said something about like there's one thing I did keep from that movie that I like practice in my life, and that's like using the like the positive words instead of the negative words. Like when you like when I want to remember something, like or I don't want to like forget like to or not leave something behind, you know, instead of saying oh don't forget your hat or whatever, I'll say remember to get your hat or remember to grab your hat instead of forget. So instead, if you say forget, you're just gonna forget it. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
And if you say, "Oh,
Yeah.
let me remember it," then you'll remember it. Maybe I don't know. I try that, and it seems to work actually in my brain. I don't know.
I think shit like that works for
yeah,
sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Spirituality will help you in 2020, in my opinion. Just think, I don't know. I'm not trying to.
We need it. We need
This
it.
is a fucking fucked up year, man.
It's been wild, man. I don't.
That's why you got to be creative and just. That's what I'm trying to do. But shit, man.
Well, you know, that's the one thing I did say about. Well, I probably talked about it on the last podcast actually, because fuck, that was a while ago. We were still kind of like on this shit. But I was hoping that, like, you know, people being locked up, especially artists being locked up, it would like create kind of more like a renaissance, you know what I mean, or something like that, where like a bunch of dope art would come out of it, and
I think most people are just like getting fat and depressed.
that's happening too, bro.
It's seriously, it's scary. It's like, damn, like, you know, I don't know.
I mean, I personally I haven't seen that, but like I believe you. You know what I mean? That could
Maybe not. I was exaggerating.
no,
but
I
you
don't know.
what
No,
mean?
for
Like,
real, like. But it's
That's
also
why-
like I'm in a weird position too because I'm working every day still, and like I don't know
Yeah.
what people are doing like at home, you know, because I haven't, my shit hasn't changed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, same here. But that's why I fucking tried different things out, like yoga and shit. But like these CBD,
Oh, really?
these CBD pills are fucking
Dude, CBD is
CBD
miracle,
like
right?
capsules. Yeah, man. I'm not. You know, I think that shit works.
It's,
For
good,
sure.
it's
I mean, it
working
helps
good
me.
for you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's is it so it's curbing anxiety for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was honestly getting it for like muscle relaxation, like, or just like
Which is
like
great,
a
right?
body.
It does
I
that
mean, it does
good,
that,
right?
but I noticed it's more of a mental, surprisingly, because like every time my CBD experience, it's usually just like it's lower anxiety, but it's also like mostly fucks with my body. But like these little gummies or whatever, like I don't know, just like chill. It's just like I just like don't have anxiety. Like that's what happened.
Did you get the gummies or the capsules?
Capsules.
You got the capsules, so like the gel pill things.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. And you got the 18 to ones.
yeah.
Yeah, they're fine.
That's why, because I don't
They're
I
great.
don't really care about
They're
like
just heavy CBD. Yeah.
yeah. But like, yeah, that's why I can see why people. I didn't know this until recently because I never like really got into it. It was like psychedelics, like mushrooms, like even microdosing. But like that shit's like an anxiety killer. You always hear shit about the movies or like watching Beavis and Butthead. They eat mushrooms and then fucking. I saw
Yeah.
that. Don't want the fucking
I know, it's
computer
like-
to catch on fire.
I
That's
know,
so
right?
funny.
We're doing this like on the edge by the
Fire.
flame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cool fire. Whoa. Okay, dude, it's come full circle now that I'm doing Beavis and Butthead on our podcast because okay.
Isn't this your dream since a little kid?
Well, it's just a weird thing because when I was a kid and like you remember how you had like the cassette tapes like in like a tape recorder like
I mean, yeah, I was pretty after that. But
Yeah, but
no,
okay,
but I know
I had that.
I think I had one for sure.
it was like it looked like a little boombox and you could record like on tape, right? And it had a microphone and everything. So like me and my friend, we would record like a radio show as Beavis and Butthead. Like
Sick.
in our room, we would just be like, "Yeah, hey Butthead, it's like here's our radio show. Who are we gonna have on today? Yeah, cool. I don't know, Beavis. Who are we gonna have on today? You know. So now here I am doing it on the podcast. Anyway, my bad. I don't know what we were talking about, but
I was talking about microdosing mushrooms and shit like that.
well, you tried it recently, right?
Yeah.
So like, how was it good? Was it kind of the same thing as CBD, or was it a little
It was
different?
like CBD, but like gnarlier for sure. Like CBD doesn't get you like high or whatever.
No,
But,
absolutely,
like,
yeah,
mushrooms
right.
Are,
It's
mushrooms
different,
are
yeah.
gnarly, but like in a good way, as my experience. But I could see because I was just like listening to podcasts, and more people I hear about like microdosing, like, and it's like it brings a sparkle to your life.
They're
that
doing more
quote
research.
unquote from Ron White, but like I swear, like it's shit like that. Like
They're doing more and more research on it,
it's not like the
and
movies.
and they are finding that it's good for like PTSD and all this shit, right? In like the small doses, and I think Oakland recently decriminalized it, and it's like you can have like a certain amount on you and not, go to jail anymore. So like I think eventually it's just gonna be like cannabis. It's gonna be like weed in this state where it's gonna be like you can go to the store and buy a couple caps or whatever and like.
Would you legalize all drugs if you were in power? Like, would you care?
I think it's a good idea, to be honest.
Just like,
I hear
like,
other
what
podcasts
difference
talk
does it
about
make?
that too, but
I always think, what difference does it make if you do legalize? Like, it's gonna be the same shit. Like people are, even if they're illegal, people still do them. Well, go to fucking jail for them every day.
Well, the argument for it is that you give these people like a safe place to just go do it. You know what I mean? Instead of on the streets and like dirty
that would
places.
wreak havoc, though. That would some bad probably happen out of
no,
that.
you make it like a clinic. Like they have these already. They have it already.
See, I thought you meant like a little fucking alleyway that like no one wants to
no,
go to.
you
Like,
go to
over there.
No, you go to a
and
doctor's
just do
office.
Your fucking heroin.
You go to you go to the doctor's office and you get your dosage of heroin. It's a clean dose because you're getting it from the doctor.
I didn't know it was like holy shit. I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, you get your
That's
clean dose.
crazy.
You shoot up or you do it however you want. In like your little cubicle in your like little spot, and you just do your thing, and you're there for your 2-3 hours, and then you get to leave after that and come back, and you have a safe place to do that drug. And if you want to learn to get clean, they can help you get to that point, but they gotta get weaned off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can't just stop.
I feel like it could it sounds cool, but then you have to think like you can't trust a drug addict. Like you don't know what they'll fucking try and do. Run up and let me steal all the drugs that are.
But
in here.
I feel like that's only because it is illegal, and like if you it's a
a
criminal act, and you have to go on the street to do it. You have to go find illicit ways to find it.
So
but
would this be? Is it free? Like they can just go there, or do they have to still scrounge up money from panhandling all day?
No, it should be like I don't know. I don't know. I forget if I heard that they do it in what country they do this in, or if it is like a country or a state.
It sounds cool. I never even had an idea in my
state.
brain like that would even be a thing. That sounds cool. Sounds safe.
But that's just an idea,
Yeah.
And that's one that's been talked about, I think, and that's like I think that's a good idea. It's better than like the alternative right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know, and I don't know if it will work. I'm not like
that's like the fuck. I don't know. I'm not really educated with laws and shit, but like just hearing about people in prison right now, they got arrested like in the 70s, and then they were like I've heard stories like selling a joint. Like back in the day, like there's like buying a joint or getting caught like with a couple of grams of weed on you.
No, for sure.
And they got sentenced in like the 70s or 80s, and they're still like, that's to me. It's just like what, come on, like what the fuck? No, it's good. I'm just saying, like what the fuck? Like I just heard the story of this dude. I'm good. I heard a story I guess recently. This dude was like just got out, and he I think he like sold one joint. And he just got out out like a couple months ago, but he's been in there since like the 80s. I'm like, come on, like what the? It doesn't
That's
matter.
insane, bro.
It doesn't matter what state. Like it's just like common sense. Like you shouldn't be locked up for more than a couple hours if you get caught with the joint.
Exactly. Well, no, up until literally like a couple years ago, it was the same way in Nevada, bro. Did you know that?
No, because last time I was in Nevada, I bought weed like at a store.
Okay, I'm just saying like before that. Before they had that, like that was right when it went recreational, right? Because it went recreational close to the time it was in California, like right after California.
Oh yeah, I mean it's right.
So it's probably a couple years ago, right?
Like,
but before that, when it was just it was kind of medical. If you didn't have a medical license and you got caught with a joint, you were going to jail in Nevada, bro. Like it was like that. Like they were fucking strict on weed. It's really fucking weird too because like gambling and prostitution and all that's legal down there. Like,
I know.
So.
Yeah.
And then like weed wasn't, and it was like you go to jail for like a joint in Nevada. Like it was. I was scared when I went. I feel like to Vegas. the second time when I went to the UFC convention down in Vegas, like I don't even remember. We must have just brought our own weed, but I was just like, yeah, like we didn't know like where to smoke and shit. Like we were just like not trying to, It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah.
Now it's like even more lenient there than it is here. I feel like, bro. Like you can. I don't know. It was recreational like really quick. It was really interesting.
I don't know. I don't think about drugs too much, but I always just wonder like
no,
if they're all legal, like I wonder if that'd be a good or bad thing. I'm not sure. I'm
not sure either. I don't know if that's the answer, but that it makes more sense to me. It makes sense to me. And that's how I kind of live my life. Like what makes sense, What is common sense and what is what is that? What's
it's surprising how much lack of common sense there is these days too with a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's like the joke, right? It's not that common.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that saying. It's true.
You don't see it, right? It's really weird, and I experience it every day, and I'm sure you do too.
I mean, shit, I'm part of it, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't believe I just did that. Damn it. To be honest, but yeah. But I know you. I mean, I know you would experience it because, like, customer service to me, like dealing with the public to me is like it's such a in all aspects. Even if you're like obviously like a police officer, firefighter, or like some city worker, but just like dealing with the public as like or just like a bud tender or whatever. It's just like I feel like working with the public is. It's like difficult to manage for your mental fucking health. Like not mental health to get too dramatic, but like just dealing with people in like all walks of life and like the mental levels. I'm just like I can't just like deal with people. I don't know. That's why I kind of like.
Dude, it
like
really is
bars
tiring.
And shit, but other than that, I don't really want to. Yeah.
But you've experienced it too. You've worked in like
I've
worked type of jobs, you know.
Of course.
Working with
and
the public
sucks, dude.
It's not fun. It's not. Like, I mean, it's just like a thankless kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like. People just want to get mad and some people just want to vent. Maybe they're having a bad day and like I let shit roll off my back. Like I don't let shit bother me like when that kind of stuff happens. But I also don't let people walk all over me either. You know what I mean? I'll put them in their place too. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. Like even the other day, like at my job, like this dude came in and. I shouldn't even fucking talk about it. Like, fuck it. I'm not even fucking sees this and then he wants to fucking fight me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fighting. I always listen to
the
Joe
point
Rogan.
is, what you yeah.
Well, I just listen to Joe Rogan how he says you want to avoid like physical contact at all.
Always.
Because I think about that.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
I have my whole life. I've never been in a fight.
Yeah.
I've always, every time like it's almost come up, I've like talked my way out of it. You know what I mean? Which is crazy.
Like,
I don't know how.
But like the outcomes of fighting, you know, like physical, like you don't know who the fuck you're fighting. You don't know what this person can do, what this person has on, blah blah blah. I don't know. Like you can knock them out, hit you can like knock someone out and they hit their head and die, and you get caught up on like a murder charge or like manslaughter, and it was just like a stupid bar fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit like that. I don't know.
Anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why like at one time, we were at our bar, and you left for a minute for whatever.
Oh
reason.
yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And that guy was like. Trying to hit my blunt and stuff and like getting all in my face, and I'm just like, you know, I'm not number one, I'm not gonna fight. He was bigger than me, he was shorter than me, but he was whiter than me. He had muscles and shit, you know. He looked like something straight out of Jersey Shore, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I'm not about to like do this right here at the bar. I just like turned and walked away, you know what I mean? I'm avoiding it completely, you know what I mean? And I don't even know, I've never had any like, you know, formal training or anything. I don't know if I could hold my own or not in a fight, you know what I mean? I know how to like throw a punch, and I know how to I have form, like, you know what I mean, like to defend myself. I feel like because I've done like a little bit of like boxing, like not training but just like messing around, like with learning from someone who does know how to fight. So I mean, I feel like I know. I feel like if it came up, I would like be able to defend myself, hopefully, and maybe get like a couple shots in. But like, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I've never had to do it
with like UFC fighters and shit. I always wonder like how long would I last in like the octagon? Like probably like 2 seconds at.
Right. No.
Even the little fuckers, you know.
Oh, dude. Okay, when I went to that UFC convention, bro, like, okay, Jose Aldo and.
Oh my God, yeah, that dude would fuck my day up.
Well, I think we met like Leonard Garcia and stuff too. Well, no, I met Leonard Garcia at another one. But what's his name? Miguel Torres. You remember Miguel Torres? He was, I don't know. He was kind of.
Did he have like a mullet?
The mullet dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick was my boy. Rick was obsessed with him, and got his haircut by him actually out there and did the mullet thing right at the UFC thing. He was giving haircuts. It was funny. But we seen that dude was a hothead. He was a temper dude. He was kind of like a dude that just liked to scrap, like the Diaz brothers, right?
Yeah.
And so we were in the hotel lobby, like just walking around late at night, like going through the casino, actually, fucking around, playing on like, you know, slot machine here or there or whatever. And we seen Miguel Torres out there, and he was like getting into it with someone. He was like arguing with someone, like they were about to fucking go at it in the middle of the fucking like casino. And they were yelling at each other and blah 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 blah, and like I think the two like camps like broke it up, but like it looked like it was about to be like but dude, that guy, he was tiny, he was short, he was like, he looked skinny and small, but dude, like that dude, I've seen him fight, he fuck you up quick.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo, I would never fight that guy. He's so tiny, but you just kill you. You know.
That's why I think it's good to be. I think it's good to like have some sort of like. I mean, I don't have training, but I think it's good to like. It would be good for like most people to know how to like at least like I want to know how to fucking fight.
Just like
or even I'm really interested in like, BJJ.
Yeah, just like learn some jujitsu and like.
I don't know. I think that shit's cool. I think that's like just another art form. Is
Right.
like people think like art is just like painting and fucking drawing fucking pictures. Like to me, like I mean, it is martial arts. I'm tripping.
It's martial arts. It's mixed martial arts, right?
Yeah.
Which is absolutely true. And oh, my bad, folks. Shit, you know how this is. We gotta have the herbage. I got one more going here, but yeah, it is an art form, and it is a and the one who I think of the most as like a martial artist is always like Bruce Lee, like the most, and just like his philosophies and watching how he would do it, you know. Just, I don't know, he fascinates me. He's like one of my favorite people from whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd whip his ass.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so like let's go find Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and let's go kick their ass, butthead.
Fire.
Cool. What the
fuck? He's here all fucking week.
What the fuck?
What was that? Jesus Christ.
I think someone just like, I think Mike Judge said, no, yeah. Okay, I can't even give myself that much credit. Yeah.
No.
I definitely don't sound like him. Bobby, shut up, Bobby. Okay, if you put in, if we do the podcast live on YouTube, I think people can chime in and put money in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to pay some rent, so come on.
You guys put in some money, and we'll do like impressions like on the show.
Fuck, they're gonna fucking lose their waste their money on that. I suck at that shit. Yeah, fire, cool. Yeah, cool. Oh, dumbass.
Hey, can Oskeeet do Beavis again?
I want something to laugh at. Yeah, no. Dude, not because you just said that, but like I'm so not good at self promotion because I so don't like care. You know, I don't know. I feel like everyone I see is like trying to fucking like just like totally go all in and make it and come off and like I don't know.
Wait, who are you seeing doing that? Like just
I don't know. Maybe it's all in my mind and I make shit up because I'm a fucking insane person. But I don't know. I just feel like. Maybe it's just because I'm not so. I guess it's random people that just pop up like advertisements too, but just like people around like just they're going all in to like really make it and like be famous and rich, and I guess that's the right mindset to have. But I've always just been so. I don't know if it's an insecurity or what, but like I just never. I'm like, yeah, I kind of do this shit. I mean, I do it. It's not like kind of, but I just don't like talk about myself, you know.
Like as far as like podcasting and music, or you
not even podcast. I feel like podcasting is more relaxed. Like that's just becoming more of a normal thing. But yeah, mostly like music. Like
right, exactly.
I don't know. I feel like I always talk about this shit because it just always like weirds me out how people are so in any art form. I guess not just rapping, like putting themselves out there and like kind of like having a persona and shit, and like I don't know.
Well, that's the thing
I guess self promotion. I'm like so not like a self promote, you know.
Well, that's the thing about rap and like music and just like bands and being an artist is that you have to kind of have like a brand, even if you're just one rapper, you know, a solo artist. You have to kind of brand yourself, you know what I mean? So people buy into that brand, you know what I mean? That you know who you are as like a core artist, you know what I mean, something that represents you, you know what I mean, and that's a lot of things that are intertwined. It's not just one thing. It's it's how you make your music, it's what kind of music you're making, it's what kind of, you know, logos and like merch are you selling and t-shirts and like you know, how are you promoting yourself online, what kind of website do you have, it's all that, like, you know what I mean, it's like the encompass of like what you have to do to be an artist, be a successful artist, by putting yourself out there. And it's tough, it's not that easy, you know.
You ever get stressed out thinking about the process? Because sometimes it's so
always
like think about all the shit involved to the point I'm just like, fuck this shit, like I'm just gonna like make these tracks and like not worry about it. I'm not trying to talk about like, the one thing. Well, this is have a fucking career, but yeah.
No, but it is a career, like, you know what I mean. It's something you're gonna embark in, even if it's like not something you're making money on. You know, it's like a career for you. You know,
it's craft. I call it like a passion / craft.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah.
/ like,
which is like
shit.
You know, which is
Everyone
more than a hobby, but like
hopefully.
Yeah, something that you love to do, but it's for me. It's something that I'll always do because I love to do it, no matter what. Whether money's involved or fame or, you know, clout or any of that is involved, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep doing it. But I think I've talked about this before, where it's just like you and me. We're creatives. We're not necessarily on the I forget what it is, or we're like left brain thinkers or right brain thinker or whatever. But like we're one of the
I think it's
one
left.
Yeah, we're like left on the creative side. So like we don't. I will be, and I'm not trying to speak for you, but for me personally, I don't think well on the business side of things, and I'm not good at that.
I'm garbage at that. For sure.
And it sounds like an excuse maybe, but like. And I know it's just like a lot of just like getting out there and just like talking to people and making friends and just like, just like getting it out, just promoting it, you know what I mean? Just doing it. But, we talked about it. It's tough, it's tough trying to get that and do that and work a 9 to 5 at the same time and put it out there. But we just got to, keep pushing and keep creating, having fun and making, committing to doing stuff like this still, you know what I mean? Just like making pods and like talking about it and getting new ideas and like sharing those ideas and like laying those ideas down like we did tonight, like you did, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we record songs every time we sit down and pod as well too, usually, you know what I mean? Because we're in that,
I always wonder like
the
different like creative processes everyone goes through with like their own their recording process or like writing process. I always wonder what other people's like.
Me too. That fascinates me, and even like big famous artists, like I wonder.
Well, that's
like,
basically
too.
what I mean. Like
who's some artists that you would love to like know, like what their studio process is like, or what they do to prepare for like a live show.
Damn, I mean, this might sound not so much a live show, but like writing and recording process. Like this might sound like kind of like generic, but like I always wondered, especially like maybe like old school Eminem, like when he was like writing like weird crazy shit and like just being in a studio, like I don't know, him
and I'm sure you've seen like footage of him doing that or like doing work in the studio.
I mean,
right?
yeah, but not really. Like that's the thing, like those fools are
There's
so
not much,
private.
yeah.
It's cool though. I like the mystery aspect of it, like but
me too. So I was listening. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say recording is just like recording is like its own like you like right now like you had to we shut all the doors, had to put on something on the TV screen, a sound table background photo and turn the lights off and just like I feel that though, like that's the type of shit I need to like be like. I can't just like that's what I've told you before. Like me personally, I don't like recording in the daytime. It's off.
Yeah,
damn. I hope I didn't talk about that in the last one. I don't want to fucking repeat.
No, but that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a vibe. You want to have that vibe. I get that. Like, I'll record in the daytime sometimes just because I want to get like songs done. You know what I mean? But
I mean, I've done it. I mean, it's to me, I'm just like a vibe that goes back to the spirituality shit. Like, I like. I've always. Just
it's a different vibe
at
at night. I'm a night owl too, so like I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. Like, definitely. Yeah, like I like the vibe. Usually, like it used to be like where we would when you're younger and you got like kind of vigor and you like we would go after school like 18 years old or like 17, senior year and like go over to Aaron's house like sometimes in senior year we would be off at like we didn't have fourth period, so we would after lunch we would leave. And so that could be like 3 in the afternoon, or no, even like 1 in the afternoon till like 9-10 o'clock at night, just recording songs. That whole Syndicate like project that Brian's like listening to like right now in his car, like all those songs were recorded, like just long sessions at Aaron's dad's house in like his room. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? So like it's just. But but it's also like that felt like seamless because you're just like hanging out with your friends, having fun. You know what I mean? And they're just like, let's write songs and like make beats and stuff. And Aaron's like, hey, we can do it at my house, and we're like, our mind was blown. We're like, all right, cool, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, just recording music, any craft you do, like I like you do it your own way. Everyone does it their own way. Everyone does a fucking kickflip their own way. Everyone like puts the headphones on a certain way. I think that's what's the cool thing about art, man. I don't know. I think art's dope. I feel bad for artists though because we all want to we're all creative people and shit, and like our minds are always working towards this like super like kind of subculture area, but we also have to like work. He's not for the 99% of the time you have to work. The fucking dead end, not a dead end job. We have to work a job. We want to do your art on the side, but you want to be able to do it full time. I don't know. I feel like it's just like always a blockage. I feel bad for people that really want to make art, like with all the other shit that goes on in life, because like people like that are hella creative, like they just want to work and like put that shit to like put it into play and make it reality. You know, so I always think about that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's tough.
I don't know.
It's tough to be a creative, you know, and but that's what is cool about. I don't know. It's like positive and negatives. Like it's what's cool about living in like the time we live in, like and having the internet, because you know nowadays you can just share it with the world right then and there, like right when it's done. You know what I mean? Just put it out like yourself, independent. You own it. That's yours. You don't have to wait for a label or a studio to okay anything and put it out themselves, like distribute it for you. You can distribute it yourself. You can publish it yourself. Like you can do it yourself. You know what I mean? There's a lot of artists that are doing it like that and being successful. And you know, you can get on that level. It's just taking, you know, we talk about like it's a mix between the creative side and the business side. But that's why people hire teams and hire like, you know, someone to do that business side of it, you know, someone to like promote that shit. And who was saying they would have done that for me? I forget. I don't know, but you know, something. You need to find someone that'll like manage you. Yeah, manage. That's why people have managers. You know what I mean? And
fuck yeah,
promoters and bookies and stuff.
Yeah, I just think being an artist is like a really like specific way of life. I don't know, specific. I guess there's so many different ways of making art, though. But I don't know. It's just like creativity's dope, man.
Well,
I used to
that
hate
was the
on
point.
A lot of shit, but like,
yeah,
you know, I was like,
it's hard.
Like, dude,
it's hard to nowadays.
No, but like I'm just like, that's cool, man. Like, I might think you're whack, but at least you're trying something, you know? Because I see too many people just wrapped up in like video games or like sitting around and doing nothing but like watch. You know, I'm just like, I couldn't live my life like that. People that do that shit creep me out, honestly. Like people that just sit around all day and can be inside all day and like not do shit. Especially, I'm talking about younger people like in their 20s and shit, you know, 30s I guess too. But
yeah, exactly.
I just think like kicking it inside is just for long periods of time, and you know, or like just like not doing much. I need my brain always to meet.
Yeah, and a lot of that generation has learned that. You know what I mean?
Fuck, I'm guilty of it, but like I snap.
We
out
all
of
are,
it.
yeah, for sure. Like it's just like
reality
cell phones
sets in
and
all
shit
the time
nowadays. You know, it's just like we're connected to it at all
Doesn't that
times.
scare you? Does scare you though? How like you're so connected? I mean, I don't know about
you
as
does.
much. Because I feel like you're not really on the like always on the phone type shit, but like my age and like
I do that on purpose so I don't get too connected to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can't. If I do it, I feel myself get sucked into it, and I just have to like, you know, just like.
I feel like it's fucking.
I took that trip to Seaside, and you know, my mom is like, take pictures, send pictures. I don't take pictures. Like I don't do that. Like I don't even like. I live in the moment. Like always. Like I'm always like living in.
That's dope.
And like I didn't take one picture when I was down in Seaside. Like I don't have a photo of like what my hotel looks like or nothing. Like I just fucking like just enjoyed it. I just went on walks, smoked my blunts went on my walk, like went down the beach trail and stuff, back into town, ate dinner, kicked it with like my coworkers and like did my shit, you know. And didn't even like think twice to take a photo or a selfie with someone or like take a picture of my food or some shit. Like I don't do that, you know what I mean? I just like live in the moment. I remember it. I was there. Like I can tell you about it. Like I don't have to like, you know, show you a slideshow of my vacation, you know. It's like I don't know, but like I get why people do it, and I get why, you know, it's important to take pictures and capture shit sometimes, but at the same time, I don't know, I just didn't do it. I just don't think about it, you know what I mean? I don't pull my phone out. I don't know. I just don't pull it out.
Yeah, it's just crazy how addicting and like how many people like going.
And I'm guilty of that too. Like
yeah, but I'm saying like
Facebook,
going to restaurants.
whatever.
It's not. I mean, social media is already bad enough, but I'm talking about like when you go to a restaurant or like you go out somewhere or somewhere in public and you see like a family, a mom a dad and like a son and a daughter, a daughter, a daughter, a son and a son, whatever the fuck the mixture is, it doesn't matter, because when you see all 4 of them on their phones, some of them have their fucking headphones in at the dinner table at like a restaurant. I'm like, damn, it's like crazy. Like the face-to-face interaction these days is so scarce, and like talking and meeting and interacting in person.
Exactly.
Because like it bugs me when I see like,
and the COVID thing's making it worse, you know. And
I mean, yeah, I don't even. That shit's too funny.
I mean, we're not gonna. I don't want. I'm not bringing it up. I'm
no,
just saying,
I know. I'm just saying
it's
that's
like
just like a
this
whole
makes
other
it worse,
stressful
you know.
fuck- Yeah, for sure.
People already don't like talk to each other in person, and now you have to stay home and like have to like talk over the stupid.
But that's
like,
what's
video
crazy.
chat,
That's
you know?
what's crazy to me. Is just like being on your phone compared to like being there, like here right now, like talking to people. Like I just know people like go to party or like just be out and about, but they're just like not enjoying where they're at because they're just. I'm actually like on Twitter right now, like checking this shit. Like I'm supposed to be over here, but I'm actually on Twitter. Like my mind, it's fucking weird, man. But the family thing pisses me off.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I hate that. I can't.
What's the point of going out? If you're
That's
just
what
gonna
I'm
sit
saying.
there, just do it at your fucking house and save some fucking money.
For real. I'm a pedestrian. I walk like a lot of places.
Damn it.
Get yourself another one, dog. I'll hold your spot. I'll talk right now. I'll just tell my little stupid thing. But I'm a pedestrian and I walk fucking everywhere. And if you know, I see people out and about walking and everything. Number one, the car, the people stop fucking being on your cell phone in the car when you're driving. Like, just knock it off. I see
that
it.
shit is scary.
When I do it. When you walk places like a lot, you see so many people doing that, just driving by you, like just not looking. On their phone, driving along.
I gotta stop. I'm kind of guilty because it's mostly music. Like I'm always like, I gotta have the right song every time I drive, or if I like the song so much, I have to keep rewinding. But when it comes down to like texting, I see people like having full on motherfucking like I'm checking my top 8 right now on the highway. You know what I mean? Like you can't fucking do that. Dude, I don't know. It was probably a drunk driver or a fucking texting or something. But this morning on the way to work, some dude fucking, I saw him getting in handcuffs, getting put in the back of a cop car like 6 in the morning. He got fucking hit the light pole and our power was out and shit.
Oh, jeez, really?
Shit like that, man. Don't do stupid shit.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy.
Drunk driving is bad.
Yes. But my other point was that even walking around, seeing other people walking or riding their bike, just everyone looking down.
Oh, that's the crazy part. People on their bikes are just walking.
Yeah, and not looking where they're going. And I'm just like, you know, come on, put the phone away. It's even worse at my work. I don't want to bring up my work very much, but
do it now.
But just like you're not allowed to be on your phone at my work, and people can't keep their phone away for 5 minutes while they're in the store. And just like, don't pull your phone out.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. Like, yeah.
I have to tell people multiple times sometimes.
I got called out there one time. I was like,
they get mad at you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit. Oh, really? They get mad at you?
They get mad at you for telling you to put their phone away, where it's like that's a rule, and that's what you sign on that piece of paper when you come into this place, that you're going to like listen to the rules and not pull your phone out. You know, it's part of it.
It's like I don't want to talk about masks either, but like if a mask is required, I'm not gonna put up a fucking bitch ass.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, if I want to go get groceries and I have to wear a mask, I need to get my fucking groceries. I'll put on a mask.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
It's not a big deal.
I'm not gonna fucking. I'm not like, don't call me a sheep, bro. You know what I mean?
It's stupid.
But
yeah,
like at the same time, like I'm just trying to get some fucking bananas. You know, like so if I have to have a mask to enter, I'll do it.
No big deal, right? Exactly. It's just like the metaphor or the thing I compare it to all the time is just like when you go to 7-Eleven and it's no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Now it says no mask, but isn't that crazy to think about?
Yeah, people don't get mad about that, right?
No, but what I'm saying is, isn't that crazy to think about how it's always been the thing since way back, probably before we were born? No shirt, no shoes, no service. But now, in this fucked up year, in this fucked up like world changing event, now it's saying no shoes, no shirt, no mask, no entry. Service? It's like, oh my god, now it's like you gotta wear a mask. Like that's when I start thinking about.
No, I get it.
But I think down the line, like maybe this shit's fucking gonna last a long fucking time.
Oh, it's happening.
Like
it's
years.
It's gonna be another year, yeah. Or it's probably gonna be. It's probably forever. Honestly,
that's what I'm thinking. What if it's forever? What if everywhere you go now you have to wear a mask?
Well, it's probably just gonna. Well, COVID's probably just gonna be like a yearly thing now. Like every December, January, this is probably just gonna come back like the flu. Like now, and we still have the flu. And like all these other like shits, you know what I mean?
It's just crazy that like this actually happened. Like it's like whether it's real or it's some government control fucking weird propaganda bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
Doesn't
matter what it is. What I'm saying is it actually happened. Like in my lifetime, like that fucking that fucking virus that everyone hears about in the history books. Well, this one is like. I can't go do anything now. Like, and if I could, I have to like be under certain circumstances. Like,
It is kind of like a zombie
now.
movie.
It's a blessing now that like I went to the bar today and sat inside and just like old times.
Yeah.
To me, that's like that's a
was
that's
dope.
a big thing.
That was
these
really
days.
nice today. Yeah.
That's like a
it
big
was
thing,
dope.
dude. That's like which should be an everyday normal occurrence.
I've been out a couple
like,
times.
whoa.
I've been out a couple times since this whole thing, and like
I mean, yeah,
I
me
went
too.
to Applebee's and shit, and like you sit like diagonal from each other or whatever, and if you're not eating, you wear a mask. That's fine.
I mean, yeah,
the
seating is funny as fuck to me. The seating and like the
that was
spacing.
stupid. Well, I can't. We went with like 8 people, and like we did have to spread out a little bit, but. When I went, but it was dumb. Yeah, we had to like sit diagonal from like they sat like 6 of us at one table and then 2 of us at another, and like we had to sit sideways. I don't know, it was weird. They were only seating like 7 anyway. But I mean, it might be just like a thing. It might just be forever now. I don't know.
I just think about that and get tripped out. Like, is this you hear about this shit in movies and stories and history books in like 7th, 8th grade, whatever the fuck grade, but. To me, it's just weird.
It's really like a
especially
zombie movie.
Here's another thing: is like artists,
Mild zombie.
A mild, like a fucking softcore porn zombie movie.
Pretty much.
Like artists, because you always talk about, and I didn't really think about it because I don't think about the business side of music, like rap or any genre.
Right.
Like playing shows is how they get most of their income from their career, right? So it's like, fuck, you can't go to shows. Like, artists need to, like, unless you're, like, an established artist.
Well, nowadays, if you think about it, because no one buys physical music anymore.
Yeah,
that's why.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, that sucks. Like, they don't go on unemployment and shit. They're like out there, like, they don't have
that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Now it's like, like, what can they do? Like, you're having to be extra creative because you're having to come up with some other way to
unless
make
you're like that
stream,
big where like they already made it.
Right. Some people like
There's
Snoop Dogg is going to be fine.
Oh, I mean, people like that, like
he's probably one of the most famous rappers on the planet. He's that type of thing.
That's like the God level. I don't even talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
I mean, even
level,
Atmosphere and Merce,
shit like that. Like,
they put out Felt 4 this year, and even that, they're like still like underground technically, but they're even godlike enough to where they're fine,
Yeah, I guess I'm saying like a little before. I don't even know the level I'm talking about. I just think about that like shows are like a big. You always hear about people going to this show and that show, and this person's touring, but now it's like nowhere.
Oh yeah, all the like festivals and shit that like those guys like. There's a lot of like newer artists and younger artists that are like festival artists, and like that's how they make their money. They go to all these festivals, like they do 4 festivals a year, and they make like their year's, salary or whatever right there. They're good,
Surviving
but
off the streams.
Well, no, that's the thing. The streams don't pay shit.
I know. That's why I've never expected to make money off music in the first place. But putting it on and seeing like the statistics behind it, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to make any money off it. It would be cool to see it, but Jesus.
Well, when
Christ.
it was, I know. Well, when it was record, like physical records and CDs, still, it wasn't much better. Back in like 2001, 2002, and even before that, and since the beginning of the record company, or the beginning of the music industry is just shady. It just is. It's just that's the way
I don't want any part of it unless it's independent shit.
It's just a dirty fucking business, and it's just like the way it's been designed. Okay, and it's since it's been invented, since the first like recording, I'm sure, of music, but and like Robert Johnson, we talked about like that, like and how all his music was stolen, and he was like this great guitarist and all this, but. My point is okay, back in like 2002 or something.
Robert Johnson, shout out. That story is crazy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Anyways,
Soundtable Podcast. Shouts out Robert Johnson.
Yeah, rest in peace. That was a fucking weird story.
That was.
You should look into that. If anyone actually has made it this far in the podcast, look up Robert Johnson.
Yeah,
the fucking guitar player
who
supposedly sold his soul in the Crossroads. I don't know. You can't find much about his life. There's like 2 pictures of him of all time.
Yeah.
He died in like the 30s, but.
And we talked about that old Brother Wild Out movie. It was kind of like
Brothers are 2 of the best directors
right?
ever.
That was great, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
What were you to say, though? Something about 2002. I was in fucking kindergarten.
Well, I just think of like a time in rap at that point when it was different than now. You know what I mean? There was the internet, but it wasn't used the same way. So like you could be an artist, you get signed to a record label, and they give you a record deal, right? And I learned all about all this even when I was in college, from like 2005 to 2009, and I was taking commercial music and learning all that. We had to take like business and music classes and stuff, and you learn all about this and how like a record deal actually worked, and how like, you know, and I kind of heard about it before then, but basically, you know, get a record deal, they give you a record advance.
Yeah. Okay,
so whatever that is, you know what I mean? The big ones back in 2002, that time period, would probably be like $1 million. If you got $1 million, that was a pretty good like
you're
advance.
Somebody worth giving that to. Like
I remember like hearing people like DMX or Ludacris.
Oh, I mean, of course,
getting $1 million like record advances, and that seemed like a lot. You know what I mean? Or 30 million or something like that. No, even back then, like Cash Money had made the distribution deal back in like 99, 2000.
For and that was 2000,
and that was only like 30 million. Like that seems like
that's not that much.
That seems like a small amount now if you think about it.
For what?
For today's like numbers, you know what I mean?
For like what though? Like what is 30 million from what?
It was a distribution deal with Universal.
No, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah, because that means that Universal didn't own their music; they owned all their music and their records and their masters.
You got to think about like the masters. Like the motherfuckers are like slaves to the fucking corporate, whatever the fuck. Like you make your music, but you don't own it. Like you, this is your talent. This is your talent. This is what you are able to do to feed your family now. But like someone else is like in control of it. Fuck that. Like if you can't have your own masters. I hear about rappers like not owning their own masters, trying to get their own music back. Like I remember Lil Wayne was supposed to drop that album a couple years ago, and he couldn't release it or whatever.
That was a big.
The Cash Money was like holding it or something. I'm like, dude, if I would go insane if someone was holding my music. I couldn't do anything with it. Like this is my shit.
That's why you gotta own your own shit. Yeah, you have to.
That's why if I purchase beats, it's like I make sure it's like I exclusively bought it, and if you want to split the whatever, then I got you for sure.
Right, exactly.
But like
and always give producer credit. Always, you know what I mean.
Credit like in the titles and shit, so no doubt.
And pay for beats. If we're not making it ourselves, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, we'll pay for beats. You gotta pay. That's like a problem with like a lot of like the people that are everyone's a rapper, you know what I mean?
Every single person is a fucking rapper,
and they want something for free. They want to produce. They want a beat for free. They want someone to record them for free. They want someone to, you know, just because they can rap or they think they can rap or they think that they're a superstar before they've even like recorded a song or even like thought of writing a song. They don't even know how to count bars or anything. You know what I mean?
I mean, shit.
So,
yeah,
it's weird, you know. It's like we come from a place where we're just kind of giving our opinion, but like, you know, I don't have any clout in the game other than I know what my fucking talent level is and what my skill level is, and I know I could tear up a lot of motherfuckers. Not to say I'm like a battle rapper or anything, but I know I can rap like M said. I know I spit it 90% better than you other rappers out there. You know, like I feel that way sometimes about myself, and whether that's true or not, you know, sometimes you just have to have that confidence and believe in yourself that way. You know what I mean? But I do think that, like, you know, I don't fuck with people who aren't dope. Like, you know what I mean? I won't make music with someone unless you are like at least like in the same kind of mind frame I'm in. You know what I mean? Lyric wise, you know what I mean?
I wish I made music. I always notice like I don't make music with anyone besides like in Swoosh.
Yeah, but that's not. That's.
But
what
I kind of like it like that because it's like it's not like I'm just like until I want to like or I hear something that's like. I mean, there's people I would, but like they're not in my level. Like I haven't reached that to where they're at.
Sometimes there's just people you meet that are doing music, and you're just like, oh, I want to fuck with that person. I want to rock with, and like, and they're like someone who's on your level or someone who's at least like reachable. You know what I mean? And you could talk to them and be like, hey, let's like. And if they're down to collab, you know what I mean? Like Marty Bush, again, I've probably talked about Marty Bush a bunch on this podcast too, but shout out to Marty. I reached out to him and was like, hey man, I want to get you on a verse for our album. Me and, you know, Mateo were doing Video Ouija, and he was just like down. He was just like down to do it just because like he loved it. He didn't ask for any money or anything like that. which he could have. He could have easily been like, yeah, man, I'll do a verse for like, $500. You know what I mean? And that would have been worth it. And I probably, if I really wanted to get him on him, I would have paid it. You know what I mean? But out of the goodness of his heart, he just likes making music, and he likes to collab with artists, and that's how I've always like made music with these artists out here in Sacramento, and people I've collabed with, not even from Sac or out of state or whatever it is. Whether it's come to fruition or not, whether we just sat and started writing something or started making a beat and it never recorded or finished, and we just like never finished it, or we did and I put it out on my album, or I didn't, I recorded it and I didn't put it out, it didn't matter. It was just just like getting to collab and like working with people that you respect and like are drawn to and attracted to musically, you know what I mean? A lot of that came from when I started doing shows when I was younger. My bad. If you have something to say, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
yeah, when's lunch?
I'm rambling. Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm just joking. School of Rock reference.
I might even.
Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. I don't really make music with anyone. Like,
but
it's not on purpose. It's not like a statement. I just realized that though. I don't know.
But you will.
How to be an artist.
You will.
I don't want to talk just give everyone my fucking opinions on myself. It's exposure, but.
No, but I mean, like this, we're here to talk about
I know,
ourselves.
I don't
tell
know,
people what we do behind the scenes.
Honestly, Coors
that's
Light
kind of
is not as good as Bud Light. Sorry,
it's true. But that's kind of the point of this podcast too. Is like maybe this is like kind of behind the scenes of like what we do musically, like from what we've like recorded tonight. You know what I mean? We've kind of
I honestly was just thinking I should just re-record that right now, or like not right now, but like after we're done, I'm gonna re-record that shit.
You want to re-record it?
Yeah, isn't that crazy that I just said that? Because like maybe I gotta listen to it again.
Dude,
okay, do you ever? Well, you're
Yeah.
always high, but like I was gonna say, do you ever get high and like listen to your music to analyze it? Like not when you're sober, when like I gotta get high and like really listen to it and like think about it.
Yes.
Like sometimes I do that with because I'm not like a stoner or anything, but like sometimes I'll smoke and then like want to go. I'm like, okay, now I'll judge my music.
Well,
like,
because the herb will put you in a different mind state.
Exactly. So you gotta like explore a different dimension and then come back to reality and be like,
Yeah.
all right, put it out, or no.
And I've always said that like cannabis like heightens your awareness, so like you can be more aware of like little things that you missed or you wanted to add or you don't like or you do like and you want to add more of. Who knows? Yeah, it happens, man. It does. I use weed for everything. I
don't, but like people do.
It makes everything better, bro. It like
whatever, dude. Life sucks.
That place is it's shut down. They got rid of that.
Is performing really your best thing? Like your best feeling ever? Like is it performing like rap music, like your music in front of people? Is that?
It is one of my is one of the greatest.
Like what's greater than that? What's it for you personally? What's greater than that?
I mean, greater than that. I mean, just I don't know. Love and family is like always up there. You know what I mean, for sure. And like just like this, doing like something like this is great. Just having fun and talking and not having pressure about anything. But performing does something different to me, and it's not just music and it's not just rap. It's acting. I used to like be in like a theater geek and shit, and like to perform like plays and act and like little things like that, music videos and stuff, like act those out. So I don't know. I've always been like a performer. I've always like just like being comfortable doing that. So like it just like it's one of my favorite things to do, and it is better than sex to me. That's one thing that I always do say, and I always do feel like, because it's a different kind of drug. It's like a natural drug high. Like it's like addicting. You know what I mean? And I don't do it as often as I want or should.
Well, I remember you told me like you'd feel that I'd feel that way. Like oh, I want to do it again. That's exactly what I felt. I'm straight.
After that one, yeah, exactly.
It feels. I don't know. It's cool. It's just cool. It's just cool. Like especially someone like, because you're like kind of. I feel like like you're saying a natural performer. That's not me. So when I go out there, or maybe I am, and I just haven't noticed it. But like, as my experience, my very minimal experience, it feels cool, man.
I think you were pretty natural your first time, but I also think that that's just because you're so comfortable rapping. Like now, you've done it so much. At that point, you were, you're a veteran technically, like to me, like because you've been doing it for so long. So the first time you went on stage, like I did feel like it was so natural because you had just rapped it so many times in your head and so many times over, and you had recorded it and listened to it like, you know, however many times, and you were prepared and you were ready. So now that you have the natural part of it down and that feel is there, and you can get up and do it, that's when you start like implementing little like performance aspects into it, and you're like, you know, oh, when I do this, when I say this line, I'm gonna try to do that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to get the crowd to respond this way, or the beat's gonna cut out right there, or something. You know what I mean? You start thinking of certain things that, you know, or I'm gonna go a cappella right here and just like have the DJ like turn the beat off completely. Like, who knows, you know? And I haven't even like dived deep into that like aspect of performance that much because, to be honest, I haven't had a I haven't had a I'm high as shit right now. That's fucking funny. That is that shit right there, dog.
Yeah, my bud.
Had a brain.
I like turtles.
No, that's funny, but you know, I
I don't fucking know. Oh, dumbass.
okay. I'm killing my point right now because it's like, you know, I love getting high and doing everything, and now I'm like so high that I'm laughing and I can't control myself and I'm crazy. And I'm keeping in the podcast because this is fucking entertainment right here, bro.
Yeah.
No edit there, except to cut
Where's
that
the perfect union podcast gonna be at?
Like online and stuff? Or?
Yeah.
I don't know yet, to be honest. We're working on that. We'll get back to you on that. My bad.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm bringing up work shit. This is supposed to be confidential. My bad.
No, it's not that. It's just
I don't. Here for years, you know. I should know.
Don't have a lot of answers right now. I wish
don't have the answers, Sway.
But it just comes back to talking about Sway. It comes back to the fucking point of ownership, man. Like, we gotta own our own shit, man.
Well, yeah, fuck Jesus.
Like, we own this podcast. This is our shit, bro. Like, this is our thing, you know what I mean? So,
oh yeah.
So we can do whatever we want with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can put whatever
way past my bedtime. I'm still doing this shit.
Doing this shit. We're up late in California, bitch. We know what's up. The rest of the world is asleep, bitch.
Yeah.
But we're doing our thing. But you are doing your thing, though. So I'm saying, like, that song you recorded tonight.
Dude, I fucking suck, man. I need to I don't know, dude. My voice sometimes.
You do this. You do this. I'm telling you, it's the shit, bro. Like,
dude, I fucking suck. I listen to my voice. I'm like, oh my god, that's what the fuck I sound like. On a podcast, I'd be fine with my voice. This podcast, I love my speaking voice. Not to be weird about myself. Like, I love my speaking voice. Because on my rap voice, I've never like been like, all right, cool. I sound, yeah, cool. I personally, I'm just like, fuck. That's just what I got. Like, I can't change it up. I'm not having someone fucking deepen my vocals or like edit it or auto tune it.
No.
Because that happens way too much.
Yeah, you don't want to.
But like
that.
my voice,
I want you to be natural.
You don't hear your voice. I guess you're confident enough to hear your voice and not trip. I hear my voice. I'm like, oh fuck me.
No, I've been that way too. And like lately, even like sometimes, like I feel like I'm nasally, you know, and all that shit and whatever. But
nasally, my voice is high pitched when I rap. You know, like everyone else like a deep. Like I'm always just like, damn, I sound a little weak.
But I've also like done it enough, and I finally like learned to control where I want my vocals to go. And how I want them to sound and what I want to emphasize on what like line and what spot, you know what I mean? So I don't know, like it's just something that like I've just like learned to like overcome, I guess, a little bit, even though I still have those feelings and I still have those thoughts. Like I feel like, you know, my voice sounds like crap, or I'm not saying so, or even like technical issues. Like sometimes, like I recorded a song recently and I just recorded it too hot on the microphone and it just sounds distorted, and I'm just like trying to tell myself, oh, maybe it sounds cool distorted. Yeah, cool, you know?
Yeah, fire.
And I was like, maybe it just sounds like fire. And no, it sounds like shit, and I need to re-record it. I just need to like buckle down and do that. And I hate re-recording.
Dude, I do too. But like,
I don't want to do it. I want to just be happy with what I got.
I think fucking B- is kind of like, I've always thought about this. B- kind of brought to my attention. Like one taking it, even if like you do it quick or whatever, like just like don't like just if you have to go back and perfect every little fucking syllable, then you should just do it.
Yeah.
And I don't ever do that. I never do that. I could do. I'll just go up there, do it really quick, drunk as fuck, and then like it's fine, do it.
Right.
But like think about like going back and like really taking the time. Even if you want to put shit out, you have to take the time to like really just perfect it. I thought I was a perfectionist, but, but this shit I so am not at all. I don't get like it's kind of gonna bite me in the ass, but still.
I think you just got to get it to a point where you're comfortable with it and where you're happy with it. You know what I mean? And if that means re-recording it a couple times and you have to do that, then you have to do it. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes you just feel that way, but you have to get to a point where you just can't like let yourself get into a cycle, and you just have to like I've learned to teach myself because. Working with Aaron Guzman over the years, he's a real perfectionist, and like we'll sit there for an hour trying to like get like a snare right or something, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, let me just jump in, you know. Shout out to Aaron. I'm sorry, nothing negative against you, but you know what I mean. Like it's I think I wouldn't change it for anything else, and I'm gonna record a new album with Aaron here shortly. I've already got one song pretty much written.
Yeah, cool.
But you know, it's just like working with him and other producers where it's like they're perfectionists, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But you know, you want to get in there and you want to rap that verse and get that shit down and record it and get it done and just like do it. You know what I mean? And get it done and like. So that's why I've also like loved that I've taught myself like how to like do it myself and be on my own, you know, so I can like be independent and not have to if I have the urge to get something out of me, I can just do it. You know what I mean? I can just lay it down and it's done. Even if it's something I don't use, it's out of me, and it's out of control of my mind, and it's in the hands of the universe now, and then I can decide later what I want to do with it. Even though me personally, I've talked about this before too, but I'm an album artist. Like it fucking kind of drives me crazy because I really wish I could just put out singles and just like here's a song, and not worry about making a collection of songs that have to be cohesive with each other and listen and like sound good, like in order and stuff. Like it's like I come from that old school. Like I'm an album artist. Like I like creating like a piece of work, like a whole collective of songs, not just one. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
just be the old
making projects like a start to finish type of thing is cool. Like
it's fun.
It's like an art. Like I look at it as like just like an art project. Like I made it. I made this art project.
Exactly. You're so on point like that, and I feel like we could the next podcast we should bring this up as a topic because I want to talk about like what it feels like or what the process is like of us like making an album, or like what the process is of how I like write an album. And like because I was thinking about it the other day because I'm in the middle of writing this album, right? And I realize I get to a point like my process is almost the same every time. Like the way I do it, I get into this like flow and this rhythm as far as like writing goes, and like things change up. And this one was just like a really interesting go around. And you and me haven't even recorded the song that you're going to be on yet, but so I'm not quite yet ready to put it out. But I can talk. I'd like to talk about like kind of the process of what I did with this one, and even like
yours would be cool.
What we did with yours.
I mean, my process. Like, the
summer,
thing is, my process is whatever. No one's even listening to what I'm saying. But
no, this is but you never know, bro.
I feel like mine's a little boring because you make beats and shit. So it's like you have this like you rap, but you also like making the beat. Like you write and rap, but you also have the beats, whatever. Like making the beats and you, like sampling piano, fucking bass, snare, like doing all the BPMs, like making that shit too. Like mine is kind of boring. It's like someone else will make the beats for me, or I'll just buy one and then like write to it. So like,
that's a lot of rappers, dude. That's a lot of artists.
No, I know.
Some rappers just aren't producers.
I wish there's more music involved in my life because I look at like old videos or like even new like people in the studio and it's like a super like cool like vibe like studio like really creating and collaborating. So that's why sometimes I'm like, I don't know. But the way I do it is just how I do it, you know?
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
how I do it, and fuck it.
That's the thing. Yeah, you just
Everyone
gotta
does
have
it
your
their
own
way.
process. Yeah.
Everyone does it their own way. I just do it my way, and it's cool with me.
Do you remember the Source magazine?
Yes, I do.
I used to buy the Source magazine a lot when I was a kid, back in like the early 2000s, and they would always have this like section in the Source. It was like monthly, I think, right? Yeah, so they would put out one a month, and there was always someone working on an album. You know, there was always some rapper working on something. You know, whether it was whoever at the time, didn't matter, Nelly or Luda or whatever. Whoever was popular, right? But they would do this section in the Source. Maybe it was, maybe it was XXL. It was one of these magazines, one of these two. It was either XXL or Source. And they would have the essentials for, like, the studio. Like, they would have a list. Like, they would, like, interview the rapper, like, Beanie Siegel or whatever, and be like, oh, Beanie Siegel needs, quarter pound of weed, fucking, you know, Hennessy, you know, bitches, and, like, and, you know, maybe it was all for show or whatever, but, like, sometimes they would do someone like Mos Def or someone like that, or Talib Kweli, or, you know, I don't know who, maybe it was Common or someone I read, but it would be like, you know, just like you said, it was just kind of cool to see, like, oh, yeah, what was their process like in recording, you know, because they weren't, back then, they weren't just recording, like, singles and putting out singles, like, for Spotify. You were signed to a label, you were writing an album. You had to come up with a single. You had to come up with like an album to back that single. You know what I mean? And sell that product. You know? And now we didn't even kind of get into it earlier. I was trying to, but now you can't make money off physical copies anymore. It's all Spotify is how the music is distributed. Or
it's never gonna go back to physical copies ever again either. That shit's gone with the wind.
No, it's done. And
unless you want to be that hipster that buys vinyl,
it's pointless. Yeah, I mean that's different. Yeah, like that's kind of like a nostalgic.
I think it's cool.
Thing. It's cool. It sounds.
I'm not gonna do it
from an audio perspective, and from an audio engineer and someone who has a audio degree. Like vinyl sounds fucking way better than digital. Always, it's warmer. It's like more vibrant. Like, and you can get heavier tones and all that, but. Especially if you would record, back in the day in the 70s on like tape, and then you put that on vinyl. It was all what do you call it? Analog. You do it all analog and not digital. Like it's just there's a warmer tone to it. It's different.
Yeah.
So and everything's everything's MP3 and everything's compressed and everything. Like so you're losing like audio. We don't have to get into that, but the point is that's how artists were making. That's how artists were making their money before. The virus shut everything down, was touring, was doing shows, ticket sales. What do you call that? Ticketmaster, that shit.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Some of the prices I've heard are like from like big rappers, like the money they make from a show. I'm like, damn, you just like basically partied and like showed off and got fucking paid. Like salaries from people that have good jobs, like yearly salary, like their yearly income and the show.
I feel like I bring Russ up a lot too, but Russ is like one of those artists where like, bro, like probably 300 to 500 grand a show.
What, dude? That's
playing for probably those festivals and stuff for however many X amount of people, and you time that by ticket sales and all that shit. And dude, that dude is making fucking bank.
Yeah, I'm like way more than like doctor or surgeon money, like they're making music, like selling.
But what's cool about him is what I love about him, like whether you like his music or not, he's like one of those dudes. He did it all himself, all independent, and made the way he did it was he put out a song on Spotify SoundCloud once a week. For every week for like years and for like 10 years or whatever. I don't know however long it was, but he would do that was like his thing. He's like, I'm gonna put out a song a week, and then he like would collect them all and to make an album, put that out as an album. But he would just keep putting out one song a week, like, and it's like that's how he got big and how he got like noticed and famous, like, and it was just like his little niche thing that he came up with. You know what I mean? And that's what like someone like us, like the next person like us needs to do, like come up with our own little niche, our own little like not scheme or plot, but like a plot to do something different in the industry and make it, make it the new norm, and make it a way for us to be successful.
I feel like it's just all kind of destiny. Like if this is how I make music or whatever, then
like the
it'll
process.
work. It'll work out.
Like the
if it's destined to work out, it's gonna work out either way. Like
well,
Russ's destiny or whatever. Russ, that's his name, right?
Russ, yeah.
If he made a song for a year, I made a song every week for a year, years. Like that was his destiny. Like he's gonna put in that work, and it was gonna eventually end up working for him, and it did.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like some people are like their destiny is like they're just gonna like be like a Post Malone and like overnight just like boom.
Yeah.
And now he's like the fucking biggest dude out there besides like a couple of So I think it's all just destiny. It's all premeditated. I don't know. It's already set. Like
it's
these people are. I don't know. Maybe not set, but it's just like everyone's own creative process. I guess it all has a chance, is what I'm saying. Like you could be that dude that practices and raps and writes all the time, but like the dude that like just goes down on the microphone really quick in a studio and then just overnight, boom.
Yep.
It all is just, I don't know. I fucking buy beats or have fucking Theory make me beats and I'll just rap over them. That's my thing.
Right.
Someone goes to a studio and has so and so do it for them.
It's different.
Different. But that's the cool thing is everyone does it differently. It's not everyone. If everyone had the same creative process, music would be so boring.
Oh, it's so
if
true.
If everyone just like did the same shit, everyone used auto-tune, or everyone like rapped over similar beats, and everyone, or like everyone just like kind of sounded the same.
It's true, man. Everyone's got to have a different creative process to give it flavor.
Like I'm looking at different. Like it's not even just rap. Like looking at fucking TV, like Leon Bridges. That fool's dope.
Incredible artist,
singer. And then you go listen to fucking whatever else you want. I don't know. I just think music is all.
That's what's cool about today too. You can find anything. You can search for anything and find it right then
going
and
back
there.
to what I said in the very fucking beginning of this is like the radio. That's why it's like the radio only like steers to like one direction, like the hottest shit out, and like they're gonna replay it over and over. Every other couple songs is the same. I swear to God, like I've heard this song 6 times today at work. I'm like, I have an 8-hour shift like everyone else. Why have I heard this song so many times in one fucking day? Like this is insane,
exactly, bro.
This is why I pay for fucking Spotify. This is why I pay for my music that I listen to.
Same here.
Because if I want to fucking listen to a fucking podcast and then like maybe I get bored, so in 2 minutes I'm gonna switch over to 3 6 Mafia and like I'll listen to some smooth jazz instead. That's how I have to listen to music. I can't let you pick it for me. But if you pick it for me, I'm gonna get very angry.
Yeah. And I'm old school like that too. I've always been that way. I've always bought the CD. I've always bought the physical copy. Back when it was in the day, I never would like get like the Napster free download or LimeWire. I didn't do that shit. Like I always paid for my music.
Yeah, I was iTunes 99 cents a song.
Yeah. I would pay for my music. I still do, and that's why I do pay for Spotify, even though that's just like the way it is now. Like I don't even know where you can find. They don't make CDs. I don't think anymore. I mean, they do.
They
do, but I don't know where you're gonna buy them. Like
you'll find them on the clearance section at Target, dude.
Yeah. Do they even do it? Target?
I
thought they stopped selling them.
I don't go to Target like at all, but anytime I do,
I do.
I walk past and I see CDs. I'm like, holy shit! There's like CDs. Like this.
Because I heard
being a little kid.
It was Best Buy that stopped selling CDs. That's what it was, and that was a big
fuck Best Buy.
Yeah, well, I don't fuck with Best Buy either.
I don't know why. I was just there the other day. That's why I said that. I had nothing against Best Buy, but fuck it.
Best Buy sponsor.
How many hours is this? Just 2 hours yet?
No, we can. We're about just an hour and 15.
What? What the fuck? My time. This weed.
Yeah, we got about 50 minutes of video. So sorry about that again, guys. But I don't know. You want to wrap it up or keep going? I'm down to chill.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I can't believe it's only been a little over an hour because I feel like I've been sitting here. Like it's just that's what weed does. I'll be driving. I'll smoke weed and drive. And I'm like, dude, I have been driving for so long.
Allegedly.
And then I realized that like I'm still brushing my teeth. I want people from Perfect Union to listen to this shit because you know what? Like if a Perfect Union podcast did a collaboration with the Sound Table and then we all get high. You'll get high.
It'd be dope. We can't even smoke on that other podcast. This podcast I can smoke on because this is my podcast right here. You know what I'm saying?
I keep looking over the camera like it's still.
I know,
on.
I do too. I'm
hey,
sorry.
what's up, honey?
So we're pretty much just talking to each other right now. But,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can you edit all this shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright,
Totally.
cool.
Yeah, I can edit it down.
Yeah, cool.
But we've had some good ones tonight. This is a good.
This
pod.
one was this was my
This
favorite
was a
one I've
good
ever
pod.
fucking done, dude.
I think so too. I had a lot of fun on this one.
You know what I mean?
Because we've had a lot of guitar. We're talking about the music and stuff too, man.
I knew I didn't start out with the music, but I knew I was like, yeah, I gotta include the chops.
I do in yeah, like
beer, dude. It's so bad for you.
tell me about
No one saw that. God damn it! Tell me about what? I'll tell you about whatever you want, man.
tell me about Jimi Hendrix, man.
Dude, didn't he died today in 1970? Today is the
Wait,
day.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Today is the day of his death date.
I swear to God.
Spirituality, destiny shit right there.
We live in the Matrix.
Simulation theory.
This is the
in
simulation.
the red corner.
I feel like
Coming
I
out
have.
of Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Alex Jones.
Okay, if we're gonna
Eric
keep
Andres.
if we're gonna keep talking on the pod, let's get into that then, man.
I wish there was fucking film.
You
want
wanna
to
get deep in this shit? I know.
Okay, what? Yeah, fuck yeah. What was I saying though? Oh, because you said Jimi Hendrix. Today is.
Well, now I want to talk simulation theory. But
He's on my wrist.
we were talking
Jimi
about.
Hendrix is on
Okay,
my
we can
wrist
talk
'cause I
about
love
Jimi
him.
Hendrix for a minute because you
No,
just
that's
said it's
cool.
the day he died.
No,
This is the
today
anniversary of
he
the day he
died
died.
in 1970. He died on
This
this
is well,
Hey,
we
pull that up, Steven. just
Jamie? Oh, we don't have a Jamie. Well, if I was hooked up to the internet right now, I could, but I'm not. Actually.
But yeah,
But,
he died today in 1970, and he tattooed on my wrist.
The
and
18th.
September 18th, 1970.
It's the 18th right now. The September 18th.
It's
we're
probably the
recording this.
19th now because it's probably 12 o'clock. Let's
Not yet. No, it's still the 18th.
It's still the 18th. He's still dead. Anyways,
Well, rest in peace to Jimi Hendrix.
I love
for
him. He's on my
sure.
wrist. My favorite. If anyone
Yeah.
was to ever ask me what's your favorite band, I would give him like Black Sabbath or something. But like overall, like favorite musician, even as a rapper, singer, whatever, Jimi Hendrix is my favorite musical artist of all time. Just thought I'd put that
Well,
out
you've
there.
listened to that album. What's the album called? Voodoo, is it Voodoo Child? Is the name of the album or no?
Bold, Access Love, Are You Experienced?
The Jimi Hendrix Experience, so the famous one with the purple and the green on
And
the
it-
outside. The
Or it's a yellow. It's a yellow.
or yellow. I mean, yeah.
That is
Why am I
Are You
blanking
Experienced?
on this
Are
right
You
now?
Experienced? Is that album? That's
Okay,
the name of that album.
That's the one that's got.
That's
Voodoo
like Hey
Child.
Joe,
Voodoo
Cat-
Child's on it, right?
Maybe yeah.
Okay.
God, hold on.
But you. I have to ask you the question.
Ask me the question, and I'll tell you.
Okay, so if you listen to that you've listened to that album all the way through.
I mean, back in the day, but not recently.
I just want to know what you think about that record.
What you think Jimi Hendrix makes is pretty much gold to me. Honestly, he's the one artist I'll give props to everything he made. Like everything I've heard from Jimi Hendrix is like a good song, and no other artist I know has done that to me before. Like every song they make, every song that Jimi Hendrix has made, I like basically.
Okay, that's what I wasn't digging for that, but I wasn't looking for any answer, but I was just hoping you'd say something cool like that, man.
Yeah, but simulation theory. Maybe I don't know what it is. Educate me because I know we're in it. We are in it because I know like there's gotta be. This is all.
Do you think?
Like, are you really here right now? Is this all in my? I think about that. Like, is this actually really?
Well, it could get really deep because if you really want to like go into it, like okay, like what is basically you're saying, oh, the Matrix, right? It's like that's that basic concept, like you know what I mean. If you know the concept of the Matrix movie or whatever. It's basically that, I
mean, yeah, it's
living in a
living
in a computer. Yeah, like you're just like plugged into a computer, and this reality that we are living in is just created by something or someone as like a simulation or as a like way to see like what would happen if they created like a human race, or if they created like something like this would just like be like a trial run to see like what. Like or a computer simulation that would just like get reset like over and over and over again. Like, have you heard of the Mandela effect? And
We talked about that on the fucking first podcast I think I've ever done with you.
Yeah, that's right. So Mandela effect we talked about, and like the big, the Hadron Collider and all that, and how that's like they fired that up, and it might have just like fucked up reality and shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
to me, it's the thing that's
reset
crazy
reality.
is like people like, do you remember this logo having this many faces?
Right.
And it's
All
of course,
this
obviously,
shit.
And then it's like, no, actually, no. And
It's
then you
not
try and
that
look up
way.
pictures.
And
That's
you
the
can't
craziest
find
part.
it.
And then you look up pictures.
You can't find it.
And you're like, wait, what the fuck?
The
There's
Ford logo. There's something with the Ford logo that was like that.
But there's some shit like I'm like, come on, bro. Like I know that this was how it was.
It freaks me out, dude. It's
Even
crazy.
the fact that like Mandela was dead, he died way earlier. That's how it all started, right?
That they thought he was dead in the 80s, yeah. But he was just in jail that whole time, like, and then he got out or whatever it was. But the point. Okay, so I was talking with my friend about this one time, and like he said like what the Mandela effect might be is like the simulation resetting a couple times over and over and over again.
Dude, see,
and
this is why.
And if you think about it, it would be like a pause in a video game. You would just like have like a pause point and like a save point, and like you'd have to reset. And like reset the thing, and then you go back to that point. But like some things are different, and some things have changed, and like some things are not the same. Like they've just like slightly been altered. And like so maybe Mandela did die in the 80s, and then it reset, and he was alive, and like in that reality just didn't happen.
The thing is, it could be true, and we'll never know.
That's what I'm saying. You'll never know.
We'll never know because it could be completely
it would be seamless to us. You know what I mean? It would be just like a pause, like it's like we wouldn't even know if it was reality or not. So that was like his thought was like that's what the Mandela effect was, is like these little pauses or these little save points and every time that happens, like we shift off into another reality, and then that happens, we shift off into this reality, and we're like, because then it ties into M theory and string theory and all this shit, and how there could be multiple universes, and how there could be infinite numbers of you and infinite numbers of me existing on, and this is all like quantum physics shit, like that, like I've read books on and shit. How you could, this is where my rap name comes from, actually, like how you could have like endless doppelgangers of yourself, completely just like living in different realities, like experiencing different like lives, like just like you, and it could be literally like 5 inches away from us, but we can't like even like we're not on that same sensory plane, so we can't like see it or like feel it or touch it. So that was his kind of like thing, was like, so that kind of ties in, like what if that's what that is? You're just like tapping into one of those other realities.
Could be.
And you're living in that reality now where like, oh, this shit is slightly different. Oh, Sally Fields is not Sally Fields, it's Sally Field. And she didn't say, you love me, you really love me. She said, oh, you like me, or whatever it is. I forget what it was, but weird Mandela effect shit like that. You know what I mean? So then there's this other thing that they talk about in like that M theory and like string theory books and all this quantum physics shit, or how like they talk about just like brain science and shit, and how like your brain literally like only perceives the reality around you. Like what we're just seeing right now in our line of view, like what's around here, like this little like backyard courtyard, you, me, this computer, this fire, like we can both see it and touch it and like agree that these things are here, and we're like seeing it together, but only because our brains are perceiving it right now. The whole other world and everything else around us, and like the street out there, it doesn't exist. It's not there. Like your car out there in front of the house, you can't see it. It's not there. It doesn't exist to your brain. It's not a reality. It's a crazy thing. So basically what that's saying is that you could basically be like how the Matrix is, except it's called brain in a jar theory. And you could be literally like a brain sitting in a jar hooked up to electrodes, like living in a computer simulation right now. And you wouldn't know it. You would just be a brain. You have no body, no like essence or aura or like soul or whatever it is. It's you're just literally like a brain in a jar with electrodes plugged into you, living in this reality on this planet right now, sitting here talking to me. And your brain would not know the difference if it was real, if if this was real right now, what we're experiencing, or if it was literally in a jar hooked up to a computer.
So this could be happening right now.
It wouldn't know the difference.
But this could be happening right now.
Yeah.
So you could be telling me this, and it's like all kind of like not fake, but like it's all like I could be like a brain hooked up to a jar right now, and you're not even real. I could be looking at you like this dude is just like part of this fucking process.
Like we're literally in a chat room in an internet, like sitting next to each other talking right now. Like how we just like meet up, like physically. It's just like literally in a brain, and like we could just be like two brains in a jar, like next to each other, or even across like the planet or somewhere else in like two different parts of the universe. Who knows? Like I don't know how it works, but
the only reason I have to like not disagree, but like it's like a daily life kind of thing. So it's like I feel like a brain in a jar would like go like from here to here to here. Like we're kind of like I do this. My routine is so fucking boring, you know. I feel,
but that's what I feel like the simulation is like. It's just gonna. It's like it's all. That's why there's so much like good and bad and evil in all the world, and like how like we're not in like a euphoric like. It's like programmed that way, like there's a balance in life. Like there's always gonna be good, and there's always gonna be like bad shit that happens. Like there's always gonna be murder. There's always gonna be like love, and there's always gonna be hate. Like they have to like be there to balance each other out. Like that's just the way the simulation works. And the reason it is that way is because whoever created it, it could be just some fucking alien thing like in a basement somewhere in its mom's basement, like just running a computer simulation, and we're just like part of it. Like we're the Sims, like literally like living in the Sims game, and they're just controlling.
It always reminds me. This is too gnarly, but the Truman Show.
The same thing, yeah. Just watching us, just filming everything we do. That's as a reality
that's
show.
That's like surveillance show where everyone's in on it.
Yeah, that movie gets crazier and crazier the more I think of it as I get older.
But like, it's hard to even it's hard for my mind to comprehend all this shit. Like a brain in a jar, or like
I can't either.
Like everything is like not really here. I just think it's here.
Yeah, it basically
like you could be Tyler Durden right now.
But that's the weird thing is that neuroscience or whatever you call it, brain science has literally proven this, that your brain doesn't know the difference. So like that's how we don't know if it is or not a simulation, because is this reality? It is to us right now because, like I said, we can agree, like the computer's here in front of us. We can both see it. We can both touch it. You know what I mean? Your beer, like the weed, like all this stuff. Like, but to a brain that was like plugged into electrodes, like, and that's like the whole thing. Like the brain only perceives what's in front of it here. So like this could just literally just be real, or just be the part of the simulation. And like almost like, have you seen the episode of Rick and Morty where they like get caught in the simulation?
They keep dying.
No, they don't keep dying, but they just like they're on like a treadmill that like can just like walk like around like the planet, you know what I mean? But they're like it's like virtual reality, just like all around. Like they're trapped on a spaceship, an alien spaceship that's like trapped them in this like virtual reality like thing, but they're just on a treadmill, like walking around like it's like real life outside, and it's like all real to them, but like it would only like it would only show them like what they could perceive in that little treadmill part. It's like basically living like that, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain it anymore. It's just, we got in deep to about it, but it's just like if you can't see it, it's not real.
It's like a trippy thing to think about. It's like a trippy.
And then we talked about, my bad. I mean,
no, that's it. Like it's just.
I was gonna say one other thing. Like me and my boy, I'll give him a shout out. His name's Anthony. He, me and him would talk about this stuff all the time after like doing hella dabs and blunts and stuff. But he would bring up like how you having a video game, like what do you call them?
Sandbox, open world, role playing, RPG.
No, like a character that's controlled by the computer.
Like a
CPU.
CPU,
like a CPU.
AI?
NPC.
NPC, non-playable
character. Okay, it's like, okay, think about.
Oh my god, that shit scares me.
Okay, think about this. Think about human beings you've come in contact with that are just fucking not there, bro. Like.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I think about that. I guess I don't, because I don't really
fucked
see
up
it.
people, like no, like you've met some people that you're just like, oh, you're not like a real person. You're not a real. You're like literally a non-playable character. Like you're just like here to make it look like there's like a normal surrounding. Like I see weird shit sometimes.
See, I don't
that makes me think sometimes.
I've never dove deep like that. That's crazy.
Okay, like this one time. Okay, I know how like older people will do like laps in the mall and stuff, you know, right?
Yeah, damn, I haven't thought about that.
You've seen that, right?
I mean, I know what you're talking about. I just have No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So like the last time I was at the mall, like back before like all this COVID shit, I was just like in there shopping around and shit, and like there was this old couple that was doing that, but it just felt so weird and so robotic because they like came down the like hallway and then like turned and then like came back around and like went down, and like, and then sometimes I feel like when I like I'll walk to work sometimes that takes like a long time, and I feel like sometimes I see the same shit as I walk along work, like, oh, that dog's gonna be there again. The dog comes out at the same time.
Dude, okay.
Like it's just on a loop. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like
I see this,
and it's just slightly different every day. You know what I mean?
Dude, damn, that's crazy.
So like,
now
I
that
don't
I'm
know.
thinking
I feel
about
like that's
this,
part of it too.
No, it is. That's like the Truman Show. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like, I've been seeing that lately. Like now that I'm talking about it, now I'm like, it's like I'm realizing, like, damn, I see this shit all the time. Like every day after work, I'll drive home and see the same dude like walking in the same fucking clothes.
See?
A black, like what I'm wearing right now, a black tank top, black shorts.
Yeah.
And he's always walking kind of funky, but he's always on the same exact part of the street at the same time every fucking day. When I'd go to work, I see these kids walking.
Yeah.
These two kids walking to like with their backpacks every day. I know when like this light's about to turn yellow as I'm turning green.
Exactly,
like it's green,
bro.
I turn green, and I know I'm like, I did it today. I was like, right when I'm about to hit the crosswalk lines, it's gonna turn yellow. Boom, turn yellow. I'm like, every day, dude, every day.
For sure.
See that dude, see those kids turn left. I know when it's gonna turn yellow. It's like, that's why I'm like, fuck, like
certain shit like that. Like I see that type of stuff too. You know what I mean? Like I know it. There's this one guy that like gets on the bus with me every day. Like he's just like, I know he's just going to work like I am. You know what I mean? Probably. Like, you know, I try not to think too much about it, but you're just like, who are these people? Where do they come from? What is this? Like, you know, why am I seeing it every day? And like, you're in the same spot every day. You know what I mean? Whatever. But just like NPCs, bro. Like people that are just like fucking, you can tell like mental. Like, so there's something broken in their brain. You know what I mean? There's something broken in their little computer in their head. You know what I mean? Or that's just being controlled by the simulation. They're not even like soulless people. Like when you meet someone who just feels soulless, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I feel like a lot of like serial killers or like murderers could be like that, you know what I mean? They could just be like controlled by the simulation to like cause chaos and see what happens, you know what I mean? Like, because that's basically what it is, like something broken in your brain where you don't have empathy for people, right?
Well, I'm just tripping on this the repetitive like Truman Show type of shit where it's like every day. I'm not to just say it's COVID, so everyone's kind of in the same routine right now, but it's like weird, like the same kind of shit. Like I don't know, just repetitive. It like drives me insane. Like repetitive naturally too, because like everyone's job is repetitive.
Yeah, of course.
But like seeing the same, I remember seeing the same people. I'm like, and I know when the light's gonna turn yellow. I know I just talked about this, but it's just like, holy fuck, dude! Like everything, every day is like, I'm just like, there's got to be something else out there. You know,
like it feels programmed, dude.
It feels like that's what I was thinking. That's now that we're talking about it, that's how I've literally been thinking the last couple of weeks. I'm like, this seems almost too like artificial. Like this is literally meant. I'm literally meant to like turn left right now. It turns yellow, and I see that guy. Like it's like this is too. Come back from the same thing. Have the same fucking thing next to them. You know, it's like my car is always. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like this seems too like set on purpose.
Yeah, and that's like I'm not religious either, but that's why I try not to say like I don't say there is no God. Like there could be like some kind of weird like that's what God could be, is like whoever like created like the simulation and like created this whole thing, because it feels created sometimes. It feels programmed, you know what I mean? And something had to program it. Maybe that's just the universe, and maybe that's just some kind of weird energy or something. But what I'm curious about is like, will you ever know? Like, do you learn when you die? Or will you just never know? You just die and you just don't know? Or will you find out when you wake up?
I always think you're gonna find out everything when you die. Like my theory, my hope is like when I die, I can like figure out whatever I want.
Yeah,
like I think about even just like old mysteries throughout history. Anything, I feel like I can just figure out anything I want. Like let me figure it out.
That would be dope, actually. If you could just like explore any time in history.
One of my things I always think, if I was to die, like I could just choose whatever, whenever. Like I would always be like, did those dudes escape from Alcatraz? Like did the last dudes in 1962? Did they get away?
You know what? But
or like, can I get a different angle on like the JFK assassination? Like, just give me show me what happened.
What would that do? What would that do to your soul, though?
Hear that?
What?
Oh, I just hear whistles.
I did hear whistles, but I thought it was just like
I don't know.
trains.
No, it's like right there.
What?
Like right there.
It was right there. Are you serious?
Yeah. I swear to God.
I like heard it in the headphones, but I didn't. Like,
I'm all natural, baby.
I thought it was gone, man. But yeah, if you say it's right there, fuck. Hello, please don't.
Please subscribe and like.
Subscribe and like, Buddha.
But that's what I would do if I died. Like I would if I could, I would just want to like see different angles and like get a close up view on the JFK assassination and like pause it and then go see who did it, or like see if the dudes escaped from out. I don't know. Just want to like see like 9/11 was 9/11 really an inside job?
But what would that do to your soul? You know, what I mean?
It could crush it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't that like?
I think it's not worth it. I don't think that afterlife type of shit, like not after. I'm saying my type of what I'm talking about is not worth it. I'd rather just go and be in peace, whatever it is.
That's tough, huh? Cause
I wouldn't want to know. Honestly, it would just fuck my eternity.
Because what if it just like dampens like that being that you are inside? Because like thinking about it right now, like doesn't that just like hurt yourself? Like
well, it's just all negative.
Think about all the gruesome shit you would watch and see and shit. You know, like.
You would be good after you're gone and go to the eternity
all the
life.
Killings and genocides.
You wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah, you don't want to watch that stuff, you know?
I'd want to just go and see my dog again, you know, or something like that.
Exactly.
Or like just go, like just relax and just like.
You want to know the secrets of life. You want to know the secrets of the universe and what's the point, you know? Why? Hopefully that's what happens, you know, when you move on, because that's the only thing we all have in common is we can't stay here forever.
And we have to pay taxes.
And taxes, yeah. Oh shit, you're so right about that.
That's the only thing we're all guaranteed is death and taxes.
Yeah, it's kind of that's a age old thing, but it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really stoned, dude.
I am too, bro. We smoked 2 blunts on the pod. It was perfect.
Legends. Yeah, cool. Fire. Yeah.
Well, we got like an hour and 37 right there.
That's a solid podcast.
Yeah, man. No, we got deep into there at that last like 40 minutes there. That was dope. But yeah, what do you say? You want to wrap it up now? I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, hungry.
Almost midnight.
Yeah, cool.
Let's see if I can order some food. You want to eat some food?
Yeah, something.
Okay.
This is like our longest one, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say to close it out, bringing it back to what you said earlier about destiny and
big believer in that one.
Artist destiny and stuff. I just want to say, man, like it just goes to show, you know, destiny with the way I live my life and the way I think about things is, you know, there's past, present, and future, right? And I live in the present. And there's no other time you can be alive but right now.
Yep.
And the past is the past, and you can't change the past. And the future is just a guess, and you'll never know what's coming or what could happen. And I think 2020 is one of those years that's shown us that. So,
yeah, and don't worry, I guess I'll just.
But I'm positive still. I'm always positive.
To close
I'm always what do you call it?
Optimistic.
Optimistic. Yeah, I'm an optimistic person. I really am.
Yeah, no. About the future, that's one thing I do is I project way too early. I can project from years from now, like in a negative way. And it's like, don't even project the next hour. Just chill out. And I've learned that once you live in the, because everyone's like, live in the present, you're at peace. I'm like, yeah, whatever, shut the fuck up. And then I'm like, wait, no, you're fucking right. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Just fucking live. And right where you're standing.
Live
where you're standing, dude. Live right where what you're doing. If you're laying down in bed, live right there.
That's right.
That's not to say that was kind of fucking badly worded. I smoked too much
pot, perfect, actually, man.
I just want you guys to like listen to my memoirs or audiobooks on Kindle.
Well,
yeah, cool.
Hey, Beavis, that was a pretty good podcast. Thanks for having me on. That was cool.
God, dude, I can't believe I'm in the Beavis and Butthead. They were cool like when I was born. I mean, they're still cool.
I could literally do a whole podcast on Beavis and Butthead. Like,
I could probably do a whole podcast on
I've seen every episode, bro. Fire. Whoa, fire is cool. All right, y'all. Sound Table Podcast.
Number 5.
Like, subscribe. Number 5. Shout out to Oskeeet, 3 E's in the building.
Yeah.
I am the one and only M Theory.
With the one out here.
With the one out here. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you very shortly for the next sound table.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Peace.
Fuck religion, this rap shit's my testament. Popes wanna shoot me down, it's evident. Oh, I'll go to hell with my friends and take over the tenement. Syllables.